Hi friends, welcome to Saujany's Competitive Study Circle. Today let us learn about the Prime Minister of India. Here today in this class we are going to learn about the appointment of the Prime Minister. Prime Minister is a real executive authority. Prime Minister is a real executive authority because he is the one who take the decision and implement the decisions in our country, whereas the President is a nominal executive authority of our country. Prime Minister is the head of the government. He is the head of government, whereas President is the head of the state. Now we are going to learn about the appointment of Prime Minister. Appointment of Prime Minister in our constitution. There is no specific procedure given about the selection as well as the appointment of Prime Minister. There is no specific procedure has been given for the appointment of the Prime Minister. They just told that the Prime Minister will be appointed by President. Prime Minister will be appointed by the President. That too in Article 75 they told that the Prime Minister will be appointed by the President, and nothing they have been dealt with it of the selection or the appointment of Prime Minister. They has been told that only the Prime Minister will be appointed by the President. Here we have to be clear that President will be appointing that above the Prime Minister means it doesn't mean that he can appoint according to his own decision. He will be appointing the Prime Minister only the party's leader, in the leader of the party which has got a majority in Lok Sabha. Such party leader will be appointed as a Prime Minister by President. President will be only appointing a person who is a leader of the party which has secured a majority in the top of the Lok Sabha as a Prime Minister. President will, if in case any party has not secured a majority in Lok Sabha, if it has not secured majority in Lok Sabha, in such cases the President can appoint leader of any larger party. Can appoint the leader of any larger party. The leader of any larger party can be appointed as a Prime Minister by President if in case any party has not secured a majority in the Lok Sabha. That means if any of the 2 or 3 parties which has been formed as a single party by coalition, in such cases the leader of that party can be appointed as a Prime Minister by the President. When Janata Party has lost confidence in that above the Lok Sabha, in such case the Charan Singh has been appointed as a Prime Minister. This at that time when this Janata Party has been lost its majority in the top of the Lok Sabha, that time 2 or 3 parties has been formed the coalition, and that time the Prime Minister Charan Singh has been appointed as a Prime Minister by Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy in 1979. This was for the first time it has been done. And when the Prime Minister in the office dies, the President can take his own decision and apply some other person as a Prime Minister. This was done in 1984 when Indira Gandhi was dead. When Indira Gandhi was dead, in that case Rajiv Gandhi was being appointed as Prime Minister. Rajiv Gandhi is appointed as Prime Minister when Indira Gandhi was dead in 1984, without keeping any caretaker Prime Minister, without putting any caretaker Prime Minister. At that time the President has appointed Rajiv Gandhi as a Prime Minister during Indira Gandhi's death. When the incumbent Prime Minister is dead, in such case the President should not take his own decision for appointing the Prime Minister of the incumbent party. In such case the ruling party will be selecting one person and ask that of the President to appoint him as a Prime Minister. In such case, the president has no other opinion or an option, only have to appoint that person as the prime minister for that incumbent party. And in 1980, High Court told that our constitution does not require that a person must prove his majority in the Lok Sabha before he is appointed as a prime minister. Before being appointed as a prime minister, he does not require to prove his majority in the of the Lok Sabha. Our constitution tells that he is not required to prove his majority in the Lok Sabha before being appointed as a prime minister. Any person can be appointed as a prime minister, and then within a considerable period he have to be asked to prove his majority. Our constitution tells that a person who has to be appointed as a prime minister need not to be proving his majority in beforehand in Lok Sabha. After appointing him as a prime minister, he can prove his majority within a considerable period. If he fails to prove to be as a prime minister within this considerable period, then he will be ceased to be a prime minister. And in 1997, Supreme Court told that any person who is not a member of parliament can be appointed as prime minister, but within 6 months he has to be a member of any of the house of parliament. If he fails to be a member, of any house of the parliament, then he will be ceased to be as a prime minister. In 1997, Supreme Court, what it has told, that any person can be appointed as a prime minister whether he is not a member of the parliament or not, either a Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. He can be appointed as a prime minister, but he have to prove his majority within 6 months. He have to be a member of the parliament, not majority. He have to be a member of the parliament. That can be, he can be either a member of a Rajya Sabha or a Lok Sabha, but that too within a period of 6 months. If he doesn't become a member of any of the house, then he ceases to be a prime minister. High Court told that he may not be proving his majority with the High Court told that he may not be proving his majority beforehand of becoming a prime minister. After he be appointed as a prime minister, he can prove his majority, that too within a considerable period. But Supreme Court, what it has told, that a prime minister should be a member of any of the house, right? If he is not the member of any of the house of the parliament, but also he can be appointed as a prime minister by president, but he has to become a member of either Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha within 6 months. If he has not become a member of any of the house within 6 months, then he will be ceased to be as a prime minister. But in our constitution, he can be any house member, either Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. But in Britain, he has to be only a member of lower house. In Britain, he has to be a member of the lower house. Such prime ministers who are the members of Rajya Sabha are Indira Gandhi, Manmohan Singh, Dev Gowda are the members of upper house, that is Rajya Sabha. Whereas in Britain, actually a prime minister should be a member of the lower house of the parliament. But in our India, even the members of the Rajya Sabha also had become a prime minister. Such prime ministers are Indira Gandhi, Manmohan Singh and Dev Gowda. And so far we are clear about the appointment. There is no specific procedure given in our constitution, and he will be appointed by the president. That means the president will not have his own decision to appoint a person as a president. It will not be having his own decision. But in certain cases, when the prime minister in the office dies, or if there is no majority he is seeking party in the top of the Lok Sabha, in such cases he can take his own decision for appointing a person as a prime minister. And now we'll class. If you like my class, please do like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. If this is the first time, if you are visiting my channel, please hit the bell icon so that if any video if has been done by future, that is going to come directly to you as a notification. Thank you.